in for him right now.
He's just got that touch, that magic touch right now.
Dallas leading by 12. On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Davis and Ashik in the middle. Tyreek Evans out there with Norris Cole. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. Parsons on the wing for three. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 6 assists in the game.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
And Chandler Parsons really set off a Texas rivalry last year, drafted by the Rockets in the second round. He received an offer sheet in free agency from the team's rival, the Dallas Mavericks. Eventually chose Dallas, injured in the playoffs, hurt a knee, only played the one game. But I think they've got great things ahead for him with the Mavs.
Yeah, Parsons was a restricted free agent, so that meant the Rockets could match if they wanted to, but they declined to match Dallas's offer, which sent Parsons packing just up the road in Texas.
Here's Cole, guarded by Harris. Pass to Davis. Over to the left wing. Here's Cole. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Cole's got 7 points in the game. Dallas calls timeout.
You know, back to the topic of Parsons' free agency, the offer from the Mavs was 3 years, $46 million. Houston didn't want to go that high, so they reluctantly let Parsons leave. Ultimately, Houston filled Parsons' small forward role with the signing of Trevor Ariza. Not bad.
Back to Harris. Pachulia dishes to Harris. Here's Nowitzki. Again, the Mavericks score.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Pelicans trail by 17.
And talking about the Texas showdown over Parsons last year, even his teammates got involved. After Parsons left, James Harden reacted saying that Dwight Howard and Harden were the cornerstones of the Rockets. But that's probably nothing compared to the rivalry that the two teams' ownerships felt.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards. And that's what's given them control of this game.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And guys, over the last 2 seasons, Devin Harris has been a backup point guard, but one could argue that he's outperformed the guys that are directly ahead of him.
That's exactly right, Kevin. I mean, Harris came back to the team that he started his career with to be a support player, but injuries, trades, and generally poor fits elevated Harris's importance to the team.
Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Dallas. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Second, Eric Gordon.
One of the great things about the three-point shot is that it gives the fans an opportunity to anticipate it going down. And when this guy touched the ball, everybody thought it was going to be splash.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
You know, getting back to Devin Harris, he can really help you. But you want to do one thing, limit his minutes. 11 full seasons under his belt. Slender in build. It's best to play him around half the game if you can.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Dirk Nowitzki. Harris kicks to Pachulia. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Now let's look at some numbers for Parsons. Last year, getting it done. Last season, he averaged 15 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
And guys, they're finally getting the consistency they wanted to see from him. Look for that to continue. You know, talking about the veteran Harris, his quickness was still apparent last season, and his skill set was a good fit for Coach Carlisle's flow offense. I mean, this guy's been around a long time, and there are very few that are quicker than him with the ball.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Right side, Gordon. Up and in on the layup. Gordon's got his first points of the night.
The D on him has to be airtight, guys. You've got to get into his airspace, and that was far from it.
Harris passes to McGee. Dalles moving it around. He feeds it to Harris. Here's Pachulia. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Pachulia's got 8 points.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
That's good.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Dalles leading by 15. Left side Parsons. Back to Harris. In the corner, it's Felton. Pulls it up. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime dropped right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
The Mavericks have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. It always seems the Mavs are able to compete for Tyler Clark, but their window might be closing with some of their stars aging, namely Dirk Nowitzki.
You're exactly right, Kevin, because Dirk is the centerpiece of that franchise, has been for over a decade. They made the Rondo trade last year trying for a big finals run, but eventually they'll start to have to build for the future.
Gordon kicks to Ajinça. Pachulia with the steal. And, oh, here we go. Felton's got it, the fast break chance. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Mavericks?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Barea comes in for Harris. The Pelicans also changing it up. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Cunningham. And it's Norris Cole in for Tony Douglas.
And when you look at the Mavs, they have always built through free agency, still tinkered with the roster this season to get into a position to compete. Not having any lottery picks for so long has hampered their youth and development.
Parsons' shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Cole. No good on the triple.
Well, you know, with the Mavs making the playoffs so consistently, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Cuts both ways. They rarely have draft picks that help take the team to the next level, but they are in the playoffs, which is what every team wants to be part of.
Down low, here's Ajinça, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Parsons outside. The feed to Powell. He kicks it to Barea. Here's the 3. The shot by Powell, no good. Cole. No good. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Mavericks lead by 17. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter.